Canterbury and East have expressed interest, but both are expected to balk at the $62,000 price placed on his head by Manly.
I asked them, because of my service, if they would lower it at all, and they said no. They said that I've been well paid over the last few years and they want to get something back out of me. That was the thing that hurt the most. I mean, they virtually terminated my Sydney career.
But even to be told you're not wanted
here. You don't want it. That's virtually what they said.
Yeah.
Instead of saying, all right, let me go away and think about it, right, and maybe talking to someone, maybe ringing Ken Arthurson.
Yeah.
I said, well, you know what? You two effing old blokes can stick it right up your ass. And I stormed out.
Then there was the Manly blow-up with Paul Vautin. Fatty was called in for talks on Wednesday, but left angrily a short time later. Manly President Gordon Willoughby made it quite clear the club's offer was final.
The form that he showed with the club, the offer that we made was adequate for what we believe his performance has been.
I drove home and I walked into the lounge room and Kim said, well, what happened? And I cried. And I said, it's all over. I'm done. She's going, I don't understand. I said, well, neither do I. That was that. There was no coming back. It was devastating. I was devastated to be here for 11 years.
But of course, it's a very emotional day for Paul Fatty Vautin as he leads his team on the Brookvale Oval for the last time in maroon and white. He's been a great player here at Brookvale, but next year he'll be in the red, white and blue of eastern suburbs.
When news got out, the grandstand, there were signs, get rid of the board, get rid of Doug Daly. And
they knew it was off.
Yeah.
It was cruel, and it was off.
Vautin got a great reception from the Manly crowd who made it clear who they'd prefer to leave the club. The banners said it all.
The Roosters picked me up in good faith.
And as we speak, eastern suburbs led out by Fatty Vautin make their way onto the arena, bypassing the sign.
So my first year in 1990, I was awful.
I know you can't blame a captain for a flogging one player, but this man here has got to lift his own form and he's got to get the players behind him.
Your heart just not in it.
It was the worst year of my life because I'm running out, behind Gilly and I'm thinking, why aren't I still at Manly?
Oh.
That's what I'm thinking. And so I got dropped to reserve grade and the reserve grade coach, his name was Darryl Pearce, he used to play with Manly. And he goes, mate, I don't even want you in the team. I'm going to put you on the bench. So I went, this is in a year, I went from vice captain of Australia to on the bench for reserve grade at the Roosters. I rang Jack Gibson. I said, Jack, look, I've got a year to go. How about I retire or I might go to England and you just pay me out for the next year? And he goes, nah, that sounds a bit easy, kid. I'll tell you what, I'll give you a choice. How about you get back to be the player that I know you can be and love, right? You do that, or you can finish out next year playing for Bondi United in the A-grade team. I go, I'll see you January 1, Jack. Bang.
Got it.
Finally, I got my head right, got myself fit. I went on this, I bulked up. I played most of my career at 92. I got to 97 in the off-season and I bulked up. So I've read a book and I found this cabbage soup diet. I did it for a week, cabbage soup.
Yeah.
Don't try it at home. It's breakfast, lunch and dinner.
And at the end of the week, you can have a banana or something.
And so I did it, and I'm farting every 10 seconds. And the kids are going, Kim's going, what are you doing? Get out of here. But it worked.
It does work.
I went from 97 to 89 in 10 days. And I turned up, fit, and...
feeling good.
Hi, Jack. Like this. Anyway, he was out on the sideline one day and he had this denim shirt on. And I ran past, nice shirt, Jack. Ran past him. That was on a Tuesday. On the Thursday, he turned up, he's got the shirt pressed and folded. And he said, here, this is yours. I said, do you like the shirt? It's your shirt. So that was like a peace offering between us because we'd had a few words. And I got to say, 91, I had a really good year.
Two Queenslanders just have a brief conversation sideline. Wally Lewis, the disappointment for him for his Gold Coast side. Vautin racking up another win for East, it looks like.
So that was that. So that was the end, 1991.
Max, you're the odd man out in the New South Wales pack on Tuesday night. How are you going to feel?
Oh, well, it's another game of football to me, actually, Peter. It doesn't particularly worry me about playing against my Sydney teammates. It'll be a situation that you're playing for your state, as they'll be doing the same thing playing for their state.
Would you belt him, Paul, if it was on?
No, I wouldn't, Peter. We're very good friends off the field, and the old adage, you're no friends on the football field, but, well, I couldn't see myself hitting Max at all, no.
Yeah, amazing career, but some of your best work was in the representative arena. And when you left Brisbane, the papers wrote, knowing Vautin's potential, his talent and his determination to succeed, I don't think we'll ever see Vautin back on Lang Park again, unless he's wearing a Blues jersey or the green and gold. That's our only chance of seeing him live again.
There you go,
and
yeah.
that is a very big chance, because Origin, as we know and understand it, wasn't the same landscape when you left Brisbane.
No.
So if all your Queensland faithful wanted to see you again, it was probably going to be in a Blues jersey, but thankfully we did see you back at Lang Park, and it wasn't in a Blues jersey.
Thank
it was
God.
a Maroons jersey.
Queensland side onto the field right now, led by their skipper, Wally Lewis.
Game 1, 1982, on debut for your very first State of Origin series. You must have been the proudest man on the planet.
It was so good. I had a fair game, you know, very nervous. In the second game, he comes to me with an hour to go before the game beats out, and he says, mate, listen, this is nothing against you personally, he said, but I'm going to start with Rod Morris, who they'd brought in. I went on with 10 minutes to go.
Mitch Brennan running down from the grandstand where Arthur Beetson is sitting. He's just come to tell Paul Vautin to get ready to go on.
Right, we'll see the red-headed Vautin be brought in as a tackling machine.
I've been on the field about 2 minutes, and Rowan Hancock runs through a cup on, and I'm just hanging around him, and I virtually fall over the line.
Rowan Hancock to his feet. He's got it away to Vautin. Vautin's in. And that's the clincher. Vautin in, beside the post, and the scoreboard's going berserk.
And we win.
First Origin try.
Yeah, first Origin try. One of two. So we win the game. And then we go to Sydney, and I sit on the bench with Gino.
There's Paul Vautin, who's a replacement on this side.
And then I got on with at half-time, and, we win that one as well.
Posted stands his ground, takes it well. It's a win to Queensland.
Then it was like, oh, my God. I mean, I have to do that every year.
There's Paul Vautin, the Manly player. He's been plagued with a leg injury the last couple of weeks, but says he's raring to go this afternoon.
Why was it different? Why did it...
Well, because, you know, you're with the elite of the elite.
Canescu inside for Vautin. Vautin beat one tackle. He's got Lewis with him, and Lewis scores!
83, 84 were just brilliant years when all those great players were starting off their Origin careers, and we all did it together, because the team that I played in, of the 15 players that we picked, I'd say 14 were born in either 1959 or 1960.
Yeah, it's his crop.
So we all grew up. We didn't just play footy together, we grew up together.
Here's Miles. Miles in the clear. Miles to the corner line. Inside pass for Buddy Vautin. And Queensland are there. Paul Vautin in to score alongside the post.
So Game 1, 1983. You're playing for Queensland, and it's a moment that has scarred the game and still remains unresolved 40-odd years later. Darryl Broman's on debut for Queensland, and your teammate here from Manly, Les Boyd, flies out, elbows him in the jaw. It's a really shocking vision to watch.
Now Broman. Oh, and a penalty to Queensland. That'll be against an elbow used in that tackle.
Yes.
Darryl breaks his jaw immediately. Trainer rushes out to him. How did you feel in that moment? Obviously, watching you were teammates on either side, so you would have felt very conflicted.
No, I did. And, you know, it was a nasty thing to do.
The trainer actually says to Darryl, "You're right to play," and he goes,
He played on.
He played on.
I know.
Romans to his feet, and we'll continue.
There was no Academy Award in that. You all saw for yourself how hard that one was.
And poor Wally Lewis runs to the sideline. He's trying to get Artie's attention. He's going, it's broken.
No,
He's got to go.
He played on for like 7-8 minutes.
Wally Lewis over on the sideline looking for Arthur Beetson. And he's a bit concerned about Broman, I'd say. He feels that Broman may have badly damaged his jaw. A broken jaw, I think you'll find he's saying to Beetson.
Darryl tells a story. He said, you know, I was out in the field. I thought about John Sattler. And I went, you know what? I can keep this going for the whole game. But then I ran off. I'm off.
Going off now, replaced, but he was sickened in that tackle by Les Boyd earlier. And he's been doing some very, very heavy front-on tackling since that injury.
But it's flashpoints like this that go into the biggest story about this Queensland origin.
And on the Boyd, his defence wrapping up Boyd. Vautin, Brown and Boyd, the Manly connection, all down and into it.
84, Queensland secure the series in Game 2, despite Blocker, God bless him, kicking off one of the biggest stinks that we've seen.
Dean Miles is looking to kick, but the New South Wales defence swarming in, and it's already on. Punches being thrown from everybody.
And Choppy Close is going pound for pound with Ray Price. Where are you? Where are you?
I was around. And
I think you snuck a few cheeky ones
No, I
in.
tell you what I did, and I'm embarrassed by it. I didn't like fighting. I didn't believe in fighting. So I go up to Ray Price at the end of the Choppy's giving him some. And
Choppy's got the jersey on.
I start slapping him. I'm telling you. I slapped him twice. I go... Ooh.
And then?
Nothing, I ran away.
Was someone holding you?
No. I slapped Ray. It's embarrassing. The slapper. Oh, please don't show the footage.
You had to do something.
I know you will.
Yeah, we will. Definitely, Rowdy.
I slapped him, but I could have hit him twice with a closed fist, but I didn't want to hurt him.
Well, what an explosive start in more ways than one.
It surprises nobody.
88, Queensland's first ever 3-0 series whitewash.
From the Sydney Football Stadium, the opening round of the Winfield State of Origin Series. Queensland versus New South Wales.
Yeah.
Your captain.
Wally pulled out. He had a bad case of dandruff.
Vautin now, the captain of the side, taking over from King Wally. Be a proud moment for Paul Vautin too, by he's given his all for Queensland over the years that he's played for them.
It was funny because I'd been captain at Manly for a couple of years, and I sort of said, you know what, I've got to run this team and control the team, blah, blah, blah. And so in the first half, I'm ball playing, I'm kicking.
Vautin already getting pretty involved with a good kick downfield.
Coming to the half-time, Wayne came up to me and he goes, what are you doing? So I'm captain in Queensland. He said, no, you're not. You're not doing a bloody thing. Just play your game. He was right, as usual. And I just went out and then played like I should normally play, right? And forgot about the captaincy.
And Queensland have run out victors here at the Sydney Football Stadium tonight, 26 points to 18, and that has really got to be an upset in most of the Sydney-siders' minds.
Paul, a great game, and you must have felt proud to be captain.
Yeah, I certainly was proud to be captain of that team tonight. They were magnificent, and but even more so, I'm proud to be in this maroon jumper.
He's a great coach, Wayne. Origin coach. I only played under him at Origin, 87, 88. 87, that was great. That was a great series, 87.
What made that so great?
We lose the first game at Lang Park. Remember, Mark McGaw scores that try in the corner. Wayne's in the crowd going, oh, no.
Eddinghausen getting it over the ball. Inside pass for Eddinghausen's done astray. Over the Queensland line, over the net ball line. Well, what's he going to rule here? He's going to rule a try. Oh, they'll talk about this. They'll be talking about this for ages.
And now Wayne's lost 4 games in a row.
Yeah.
So he gets taken on a walk by Dick Tosser-Turner, mafia style, right, on the day of the game, and he gets told, Wayne, if we lose tonight, that'll be your 5th loss in a row. You'll never coach Queensland again. That's what he got told. We go out, we're down 6-0 after 20 minutes. We score before half-time, 6-4.
He's the man with the counts. Charge at the line.
And we end up winning 12-6. So now the most important game of our lives is now at Lang Park, Game 3.
Welcome everybody to Lang Park, live coverage of State of Origin, Game 3, the decider. Boy, oh boy, what an atmosphere, what a night.
Wayne gets our first meeting and he goes, I want to call to arms. I need a phrase or a term that gets us going, you know? And Greg Dowling goes, what about orange? Oranges. What are you talking? Not calling it oranges. Gilly goes, yeah, what about apples? Gilly, we're not calling it apples. Then Alf goes, yeah, what about kumquats? We're not yelling out kumquats on our try line. So I'm looking around, I'm sitting at the back, and we're all in maroon, and Queensland this and Queensland that. And I go, what about Queenslander? And it's like time stopped. Everyone turns around and they go, how come you thought of that? You're not that smart. Like, you know, that sort of look. That's what we are. And that's when the Queenslander. And we Queenslanded the shit out of them.
Queensland win the State of Origin series for 1987. Congratulations to them. What a furious game of football it has been. A magic moment for Wayne Bennett. His first State of Origin series.
So Billy Moore.
Billy Moore's a multi-millionaire out of it because I brought it back in '95.
But it was actually you in '87.
Billy owes me a lot of money. But no, so it was
he delivered it nicely.
Yeah.
I got to say.
Then we went to LA.
There's a little bit on. It's on now in Southern California. Good old Aussie Biffo.
Did you set Alf up for the power or the...
It was the funniest thing you've ever seen. It's 2 nights to go before the game. We're at a pub, having a drink. All of a sudden, there's like muscle-bound blokes up on there, and they're competing. First prize is like $1,000. So they come from all over the area, you know. So they're walking out and they're greased up and they're going like this. And then well, ladies and gentlemen, all the way from Australia, please make him welcome, Alfie Langer. And Alf walks out in his white fronts, his white fronts. And he starts doing one-arm push-ups and curls. And oh, he ended up running third.
That's the best part of it.
He won a hunch, threw it on the bar. Said, you're the best, Alf.
Now they come, the State of Origin champions, there's no doubt about that. Wally Lewis, have a lesson to the crowd, booing Wally. Blue faces, blue jumpers, and it's the maroon jumpers that they wear so proudly.
1989, it's one of the toughest. It's gone down in the history. Game 2, almost everyone's battered and bruised.
Yeah.
You've broken your elbow?
I dislocated it. It was sticking out there.
Well, here's the Queenslanders coming out. We've been told that Trevor Gilmeister will take the field in place of Paul Vautin, who apparently suffered an arm injury or an elbow injury in that first half of play.
Mal's gone.
Yeah,
Alfie's
Mal's gone. Alfie's gone.
Now Meninga is coming from the field of play.
Bobby Lynn, I think he halfway broke his leg.
He played on a broken leg.
Yeah.
Time out, and they've called for a stretcher for Bob Linder.
That's the Wally try. That's nearly the greatest Origin try I've ever seen.
But here's Wally Lewis with a stolen ball now. Lewis makes his way upfield. He's got some pace. Lewis, can he go all the way? Still going. He does wrong. Wally Lewis has gone in, and look at this.
It was like you were covered in spiders and no one wanted to tackle you because they'd all go like this. They're just trying to grab him. And he's got their head up. And
you talked about that Queensland thing and what you were capable of and what it meant to be in that maroon jersey.
Yeah.
Everyone is broken and you know, battered and unable to play. And then some individuals just
do everyone
more than
lifted.
their share.
Like Trevor went on and then he made the tackle, a low driving tackle, and the ball comes loose. Mick Hagan gives it to Wally. Bang, try.
What's your most enduring memory of Origin as a player?
It's the mateship. There's not one Queensland player that I could not walk up to now and not be welcomed. It might be 3 or 4 years since you see a bloke, you know? But when you see him, it's like, oh, my God, come here.
Unbelievable emotion here at Lane Park.
Because, I mean, Origin footy, it's harder than anything you'll ever play. It'll take you to the depths of your soul, and then it'll try to get further. It'll try and rip your soul out. And I can't talk, I can't raise a spit, I can't breathe. I've got a busted shoulder, a busted knee, I've got a cut here. But you know what? It doesn't matter. I've got to play on. And that's just what Queensland did, and they still do to this day.
Taken by Vautin, steadies the ship, now goes forward, Vautin, now going forward inside the 22, and Vautin down 10 metres out. Oh, good play from Vautin.
Maxi Krilic said he thought that maybe you would have had more of a go at the Kangaroos if you hadn't have said it was a greater honour to play for Queensland than it was Australia. Do you think that ruined a few
Could have been a
opportunities?
mistake.
Yeah, in hindsight.
No, but you know, I think I said that later in 1982 we got beaten by Para, and we go back to the Leagues Club. They were announcing the Kangaroo Tour that night.
Which turns out to that
Ken
Invincibles,
Arthurson had actually said to me a week earlier, mate, you're in the team. Someone's the MC and they're reading out, announcing the team. Max Krilich, captain. So Max goes up and he's looking at the list and Max looks at me and goes, I go, oh, shit, I didn't make it. So I didn't make it. It was, you know, a big blow.
So that's that famous Invincibles tour.
Yeah.
Yeah. When did you know it was time to retire and how did you announce it from the Origin Arena? Or representative arena? What happened?
Did I announce it?
What happened? Did you just not get picked?
No, I was... Arthur Beetson came back as... We coached 89 and 90.
Did you find him in a hotel room playing cards?
Yeah, all the
Jack
time.
Gibson?
With anyone.
Before Origin?
With Jack Gibson, yeah, I know. Up against each other, and he's playing cards with him. But in 89, Jack came in as their coach for the first time.
The fans are convinced this is war. Is it the same with the players?
Well, I just come down here, I thought they're going to fire Beetson out of a cannon. I didn't know I was trying to find the cannon he's going to fit into.
You seem pretty relaxed pre-match.
I'm not playing.
That's when he left Blocker out of the team, you know.
Blocker's still not over it.
I know, he's not over it. So I get picked again in 1990.
Well, the Queensland team looking very sombre as they make their way into the entrance, and butterflies will be going through them right now.
I'm not playing well for the Roosters, but they decided, Queensland loyalty.
Buddy Vautin shows the way through the dressing room, down this reasonably long tunnel, and you'll hear the boos from the New South Wales fans as they hit the arena.
We lose, I think it was 8-0.
That'll be it. They won't have time for a scrum. And for the first time in State of Origin history, a team hasn't scored.
And I'm there at a meeting at the Roosters at their Leagues Club. And then Ray Chesterton walks in, one of the great News Limited journos, and he says, how do you feel about being dropped from the Queensland team? I said, what are you talking about? He said, oh, don't you know? I was done, 22 games.
When you look back on your playing career and the way you carried yourself, how do you want to be remembered?
I had a funny experience. I'd been retired about 2 years and I went into a pub in Casino. I was up there doing something. And there's an old fella sitting there having a schooner. He goes, are you Fatty Vautin? I said, yeah, how are you? He goes, mate, you're the most overrated player I've ever seen in my life. I said, yeah, that's fine, mate. Can I buy you a beer? He goes, oh, yeah. So I bought him a couple of beers, and that's all right. The next day, I'm actually in Broadbeach, and this bloke comes up to me and goes, Fatty, how are you, mate? Mate, you know what? They keep talking about Wally. You were a better player than Wally Lewis. I said, mate, how many beers have you had? But that's what you get.
Yeah.
That's what you get. And, you take the good with the bad. All right, mate. Here's something on tape.
Everyone loved Fatty.
Daredevil dude's time. It's tongue first and then...
The Fatty masterclass on the head wobble.
G'day and welcome to the first edition of the Footy Show. It was a debacle. The first show was a nightmare.
It was magic.
The greatest time was when Self Sterlo, Chief and Matty Johns.
Speaking of a famous name, Gaznia, we spoke to your Uncle Reg earlier in the week. No, we didn't. No, we didn't.